Hello friends, today we are going to start with the most interesting chapter of your syllabus, that is chapter number 4, Age of Revolution. Before starting with this chapter students, let us understand the term called as revolution. Revolution is nothing but a rapid change. This rapid change occurs in four fields: social, political, economic and religious. Students, these are the four fields where change occurs. And this change is nothing but what we call it as revolution. In simple term, we'll call it as revolution is nothing but a fundamental change brought about intentionally. A period in such change occurs is called as Age of Revolution. That is nothing but a 18th century. This 18th century is known as Age of Revolution. Three such revolutions took place during this age. The first amongst them is American War of Independence, second is French Revolution, and third one is Industrial Revolution. What exactly happened in American War of Independence? In American War of Independence, 13 colonies fought against their own parent country called as England. Whereas in French Revolution, French people fought against their own king Louis XVI. Whereas in Industrial Revolution, there was a tremendous economic growth. There was a change in method of production from man-made to machine-made. It means that machine replaced man-made products. American War of Independence is nothing but a political revolution. French Revolution is nothing but a social revolution, whereas Industrial Revolution is nothing but an economic revolution. So today we are going to start with American War of Independence. Let us understand what exactly happened in American War of Independence. Students, if you remember, there was a sea voyage known as Amerigo Vespucci. He was the first person to discover America, and he was the first person to discover this new piece of land. Once he discovered this land, Europeans came to know that towards their leftward direction, there is completely a new piece of land which is not at all occupied anyone. Slowly, Europeans started entering to this new piece of land. First amongst them was England. Followed by England, there were many countries like Spain, Netherlands, France, Portugal, etc. etc. Students, but England was the first country to enter into America, and they formed their 13 colonies towards the eastern seaboard of North America. Let us proceed further. As I said you earlier, European people started migrating from Europe to new piece of land. These people were known as colonists. These colonists were free to decide issues of local importance like school education, public libraries, local taxes. But they were not allowed to maintain any relation with other countries of the world. They were only allowed to discuss on local importance issue like school education, public libraries and local taxes, but no trading relation with other countries. And this trade was completely under the control of British government. It means that British government started dominating colonists. They started putting pressure on colonists. They started putting their dominance on colonists. So colonists were totally treated as insignificant. Let us proceed further. What happened exactly? What were the main objectives of British government? British government wanted to use natural resources. They wanted to make optimum utilization of natural resources, whichever they found in America. They also collected taxes. This taxes was collected because of the compensation of war which they had with France. Students, England had a war with France which was known as 7 Years' War. This was started in the year 1756 and ended in 1763. The war almost continued for 7 years. In this war, England has spent all their money in war. So they wanted this money to be collected from their own people who settled in 13 colonies. So therefore, this British government started imposing taxes day by day, which was a troublesome, burdensome to colonists. These restrictions were not at all accepted by colonists, but obviously colonists wouldn't accept it. Colonists declared that they will not pay taxes as they had no representative in the British Parliament. They started a revolt stating that we are not going to pay taxes unless and until we don't have our representative in your parliament. They passed a statement saying that no taxation without representation. Unless and until we don't have our representative in your parliament, we are not going to pay any of the taxes. This was the clear-cut statement, clear-cut slogan passed by colonists. Students, this revolt continued for almost a half decade. On 4th July 1776, American colonists ultimately declared our independence. It means that they declared their independence on 4th July 1776, which was known as Freedom Manifesto. And once they declared their independence, there was a beautiful draft. There was a beautiful declaration drafted by Thomas Jefferson saying that we owe to be self to that all men are born equal. Everyone has a right to life, liberty and pursuit of happiness. And that the peoples are sovereign. We are republic. If any form of government is found to be destructive, we have a moral right to overthrow that government and form a new one. And therefore, this day, that is 4th of July, is celebrated as Independence Day of America. Students, and this war, as I said you earlier, continued for almost 8 years between America versus England. And George Washington was elected as the chief of American army, and almost England lost this war. And once these colonies won the war, they came together and established their own federation, and George Washington was appointed as the first president of America. And the American War of Independence gave rise to ideas that a state can run without a king. And this USA comprises of 50 states, and this USA is known as United States of America. Thank you, students. God bless you. Bye. Take care.